Alright, so today's project takes us into the bathroom. Everything that's going on with the pandemic, which apparently came out of China, has resorted in the population going crazy over toilet paper. So since it's almost impossible to get toilet paper now, I ordered a cheap bidet, which also came out of China, to install onto the toilet to hopefully reduce, maybe even eliminate, our need for toilet paper. Like I said, this is really cheap. It's a really cheap model. It's like, I think it's like $8 or $10 on eBay or something like that. So this will get spliced into the system. More to from this. Okay, there's all the hardware that we need to splice that into the water supply and get it installed. All right, well, let's get started. So in order for this to work, I ended up having to go down to the hardware store to get some attachments, which ended up costing more than the entire bidet kit itself. But that's what happens when you buy cheap stuff off of eBay. So I didn't understand the difference between MIP and FIP and comp and OD, but now I do. And it turns out I had to get OD to MIP instead of just MIP to MIP. So I had to go back to the hardware store and get different hardware. Alright, so I got the bidet on. That valve is leaking a little bit. I got plumber's tape on it, and other than it being cheap plastic, I can't think of why, but I'm going to have to address that because that little leak is intolerable. But it runs a little tube up here to a little valve that you turn, and then that feeds the bidet, which is screwed in underneath the seat using the actual toilet seat screws. So I'll turn this on a little bit so you can kind of see how it works. We'll just do a little bit of pressure. See that right there, and then that little thing pokes out and squirts water. It is on point, like bullseye on the buttholes. I really thought it was going to be messier and maybe a little, I don't know, kind of like all over everything, but it isn't. And you cannot put the pressure on. You can't open that valve all the way up either because the pressure is just too much. Like I said, it's a bullseye, and turned all the way up, it's kind of painful. But it definitely gets you clean. So that is going to be our solution to the great toilet paper shortage during the Wuhan virus pandemic of 2020.